How to win a listing appointment every single time. Okay, so here's the things that I do. Number one, the first thing I do is I win before I even arrive. What do I mean by that? I mean that I create a lot of video content, and so the people that are on the other side of these videos that I'm creating, right, my community, they're getting to know me, like me, and trust me before I even walk in the front door. So I'm not having to do things like chase them down or, you know, do something that is uncomfortable, like call people or cold call. I don't have to do that because my phone just rings. So I create a lot of video content that is specific to my community. I talk about anything and everything there has to do with my community or about real estate, and I'm educating, serving, not selling, adding value. That's step number one. Then when people, I also generate ads. I create ads on Facebook with video content, and then I drive traffic that is highly targeted and specific to what it is that I'm trying to generate a lead for. So if I'm trying to generate seller leads, I'm creating leads that are specifically for sellers to get sellers to raise their hand to want to work with me. Then when they raise their hand and say, hey, I'd like to work with you because they request a home evaluation, then before I go to the listing appointment, here's what I do. Number one is I drop off every single day before my appointment, I drop off my book. I have a book that's called The Savvy Seller, How to Sell Your House for More Money and for Better Terms. And I have 3 different titles of that book. One is titled How to Sell Your East County Home. One is just How to Sell Your Home. One is How to Sell Your Deer Ridge and Shadow Lakes Home. Depending on where they live, they get the specific book that most speaks directly to them. In other words, if they live in Deer Ridge and Shadow Lakes, they get the Deer Ridge and Shadow Lakes book. So I drop off the book. I also drop off a marketing plan. This marketing plan is, it costs over $10,000 to create. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it shows how I market my homes. Then I send a text message reminder reminding them of the appointment, and I tell them to check their email because I've emailed a 17-minute long marketing video to them. Now you're probably thinking, well, Krista, did they watch that video? Of course they watched the video. This video absolutely positions me different than my competition. It shows all the things that I do that my competition is not doing in regards to marketing their home and how that benefits them. Why they need someone like myself to understand this, the way that I market, because it's going to give them more money, better terms, and help their home sell for the very best possible price in the shortest amount of time. So this video positions me completely different than my competitors. This video also makes them question the typical things that most agents are talking about like doing a broker tour, doing an open house, and why those things just aren't effective in today's day and age, and why they need to think about how digital marketing and social media and exposing their property via the internet the right way is going to make a massive impact on their business. So they get the marketing plan dropped off, the book dropped off, there's a text message telling them to check their email. There's a 17-minute long listing process marketing video that gets sent to them. I also email the book, email the marketing plan, and email a seller's guide to them as well. So they're getting all of these things before I even show up. Now remember, the average person is just doing what? They're just like maybe setting the appointment. Then they get a video text message from me the day before the appointment, reminding them of the appointment, and a call as well from my office reminding them about the appointment. Now, what have I done? I've done what no one else is doing, right? I'm utilizing my digital marketing strategies to show how different I am, and I'm showing them that I'm the expert and I'm the authority in real estate. I'm also, now because I'm giving them all these things, I'm staying top of mind, both originally before I even show up to their front door, right? Remember, I'm winning before I arrive, staying top of mind, letting them get to know me, like me, and trust me. I'm breaking down their barriers, developing a relationship, showing myself as the authority and as the expert before I even get to the listing appointment. Now I've done all these things prior to me showing up, and here's what happens. They don't talk to me about commission. If they're interviewing other agents, they cancel the appointments. They're not beating me up on pricing. They're doing what I'm saying because I position myself as different. Real estate is one of the most lucrative businesses that are out there. In fact, when I was We've made over $1 million a year plenty of times in real estate, right? I don't know very many doctors, attorneys, or lawyers that make that kind of money. We have the ability to make so much money. So we have to be willing to do the things that not every agent's willing to do. You've got to be willing to drop off the book, drop off the marketing plan, right? Do an amazing video. You've got to be willing to invest in yourself, invest in the marketing of your homes, invest in the knowledge to learn how to do it correctly in order for you to be able to have a unique value proposition to show that you are different, that you're not just like everybody else. We're a dime a dozen as real estate agents, and here's the thing. Because of what happened in 2008, we're not the most liked profession, and there's so much competition. In fact, I just read this article from the National Association. We just read this article. Yes, it was from the National Association of Realtors, and it talked about how there are so many more real estate agents that now the average agent is selling less than 2 homes a year, right? So people that are in the top 20%, they're selling 10 or more homes. People from 80% and below, right, which is everybody, are selling an average of 2 homes because there's so many real estate agents out there, and the number of homes that are actually selling because of lack of inventory has gone down. So that means it's getting harder and harder. So you have got to be different. You've got to be unique. You've got to be willing to go the extra mile and to do the things that your competitors aren't willing to do. Because I'll tell you what, I teach my students how to do all these things, and they are very difficult to beat when it comes to being on a listing appointment. In fact, I've had so many of them say, Krista, since I started utilizing your listing process, I've not yet lost a listing. When they're competing with 2, 3, and 4 other agents, they're not losing because they're different. What are you doing to be different? Utilize this strategy and try it, and wait to see just what happens and how many more of these listing appointments not only do you get, but that you actually close. And remember, when you do what you love, people love what you do. So if you like what you're learning, do me a favor, like and subscribe, and let me know what else I can create for you, because my job is to absolutely ignite your real estate and your mortgage business. And I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching my video. You can learn more about how to be a successful real estate professional by watching other videos that I have. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, make it a great home selling and buying day.